From a Russian VHS tape of an ungodly ritual of three dudes discussing a movie on mic, this is Debaser, a film podcast. I'm Jared, and together with my co-host Will, we explore both new and familiar movies to bring you details and discussion about them, all in an effort to debase the films and ourselves. Today's episode, the sophomoric effort from two brothers that began their careers as popular YouTubers. A follow-up to their debut horror film, Talk to Me, which won wide acclaim, including from this very show. After the break, Will and I discuss Bring Her Back. Stay tuned.
You gotta kick it off with a killer to grab attention. Then you gotta take it up a notch.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us.
Who are you?
I'm Shiva, the god of death.
Cells.
Interlinked.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I'm never going to attempt it. I'm going to listen to our intro like 30 times in a row until I know every little thing. And
Should have you edit an episode.
One day I'm going to whip it out.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, whoa, that was fucking crazy.
That was a big cock. That's awesome.
Hey, nice cock.
You whipped it
Great
out.
heft.
All right, folks, this might be a heavy one, so I'm going to roll right into it. Today's film is Bring Her Back. It was released on May 29th, 2025, and it is available to watch right now on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
The film stars Billy Barat, Sarah Wong, Jonan Wren Phillips, and Sally Hawkins.
Hell yeah.
This is the debut film of Sarah Wong. Wong was born with coloboma, I think I'm saying that right, with microphthalmia. This leaves her with limited sight, and according to the National Institute of Health, the former is a congenital condition where part of the eye tissue is missing, and while the latter is an underdeveloped eye. Now, Sally Hawkins is a renowned and celebrated actress you may know from the first two Paddington movies, but not the third. They had to recast her because she was like, no, thank you.
Really?
And The Shape of Water,
Yes, she was
by
in Shape of
Guillermo
Water.
del Toro, that won Best Picture at the Oscars that year, which I
Yes.
still am like, Jesus, that's not even in my top 5 of Guillermo's movies, but sure.
Oh, that's like my second favorite one.
Really?
Yeah. I love
Rapture
Shape of
Pacific
Water.
Rim.
Of course.
Yeah.
Duh. What are you talking about?
Why? I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Alex is here.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay,
I'm getting there. I'm sorry.
Doug Boys rules. I'm not allowed to talk until
The great Alex Megna joins us again.
Hell
Alex,
yeah, I got
welcome
it
back
back.
to the show.
fucking got that great shit back. Thank you, guys.
Sorry, continue. Oh, she's also in King of Monsters.
She's in Godzilla,
Godzilla
the
2014.
2014 one.
Yes.
And then King of the Monsters.
King of Monsters,
right?
yeah. And she gets smushed by either Ghidorah or Godzilla. I can't remember which one.
That's why she's not in. Okay. I was like, why is she not in the rest of them? But yeah, okay.
She gets smushed.
Yeah. You know what her first credited role is on IMDb?
No, what?
She's an extra in Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
She's a Queen Amidala.
No, she's not.
I'm just saying there's all these actresses.
She's not young enough for that. Yeah, that's there are like 3 different famous actresses that were that.
Keira
right?
Knightley's one of them.
Yeah, Keira Knightley was, I think, the biggest one. Yeah, but no, she's like just someone on Naboo. I think
That's
it
tight.
Was
I'll have to
just some extra
Rewatch it just to
Yeah.
find her.
I actually think I remember seeing her. That seems familiar. That's interesting.
Yeah, she's got a definitive face. Like you'd recognize her.
Yeah.
But she's also like famous for stage
Oh, really?
acting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a
I didn't know that.
performer of the arts for stage and screen.
Oh, gotcha. I love her.
But she's great, and
Yeah,
she is like
fantastic.
truly like the centerpiece of this movie as far as the
100%.
acting goes. Yeah. But it's
Not to-
because a lot of the other actors, not to
Yeah.
denigrate like the other actors' performances, but like it's because she is the most
Seasoned.
seasoned, actor in the movie, and the rest of them are, for the most part, kids.
Yeah.
She's a villager in the celebration scene at the end of the movie.
That's it.
She's in the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
So
That'll be
you
hard to
must
find
have
her.
great eyes if you clocked her ass. The film was written by Danny Philippou. I think I'm getting his name right.
I think that's how we pronounce
it's what it looks like, Philippou.
Philippou.
And Bill Heinzman, and it's directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. They are also known as RackaRacka.
That's right.
That was
Yeah,
their,
that's
I believe,
their-
their YouTube. That's their collective name, though.
Yeah.
And the premise is a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. The film had a budget of, Will, do you want to take a guess or do you know it?
I don't know it because I didn't look it up, but
Okay.
I'm going to take a guess. And I'm going to say the special effects in this are really good. There's little to no CGI, so I'm going to go with 17 mil.
Alex, do you want to take a guess since you're here?
Should I do Doughboy's rules? Like closest without going over? Is
That's
that what
Price
we're
is
doing?
Right rules, but yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Closest to the
15
pen.
million?
It's 15 million.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Good job.
But I think
I Mike Mitchell'd him.
I'm worried my reaction like gave that away too much. Sorry, but like, yeah, you were damn close.
I was
Will.
going off of Smile 1 budget because Smile 1 was 17 mil.
And that's Blumhouse. And so, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty sure Smile 1 was Blumhouse. Anyway, so that they
Is
famously work with like.
Oh, wait, no, that's Paramount. It's Paramount.
It's not.
Yeah, Paramount
Yeah, it's
doesn't
not.
own.
Yeah,
It's
its own
actually a
thing.
good movie, so it's not. It's
Well,
not
okay,
fucking
Blumhouse makes some good movies. Well, never mind. Strike that from the record then before Alex writes in to correct us.
correct myself. Actually, I need to do some corrections.
Oh no,
when
we
we're
have more.
done.
Well, let me finish with the box office.
Yeah.
It grossed 39 million at the box office.
So it was a success.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't as much of a right away success as Talk to Me.
Right.
That one was like
Yeah, they made buku money.
I forget how much, but it like destroyed at the box office.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like, and you could tell even the word of mouth was less. Not as many people even knew about it.
I believe Talk to Me was released in the fall, so I think
It
people
was.
were
Right.
a little bit more going to see spooky
So,
movies.
and I don't
This movie
understand-
was released in like May.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I don't understand why this wasn't released closer to Halloween. Because like Talk to Me was like, maybe it was too crowded that year. I don't
Does
know.
A24 have a film that's out like right
Yeah,
now?
that might be competing.
Does it have a film that's out right now? Did they not just like
I don't
not
know.
have confidence?
Not
that
like a
it-
horror movie.
Yeah.
Because they.
I thought you guys just saw an A24 movie. The one with Leo DiCaprio. Isn't that an A24 movie?
No,
Is it A24?
No.
I think it. Wait, it might. No, it's not.
no, it's
You're
Warner
right.
Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's Warner
it's one battle after another is Warner Brothers.
What I was gonna say is like the only horror movie that I can even think of that's coming out is Shelby Oaks.
Yeah, and who was that? Neon or?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a YouTuber. It's a famous
Yeah, it's
like
Chris Stuckman.
Well, so is
Stuckman.
this technically.
Yeah, these
Oh,
guys
really?
are YouTubers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, did
I knew
not
that-
listen to my intro.
No. I thought you were saying it was Chris Stuckman too.
No,
Stuckman's
these guys
fucking
are also
obnoxious.
YouTubers.
I've been stoked for the Shelby Oaks thing until I saw Chris Stuckman did it, and now I'm a little hesitant.
really? That's the whole reason why I want to see it.
I was gonna say Will's actually a big fan of Chris.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that
He was the guy that I
agree
watched
with,
before you got me onto Red Letter Media,
Yeah.
and now we all have soured on Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
So
maybe just that happens to all YouTubers over time.
maybe, I don't know.
Well,
Or
yeah,
around,
I
have to-
yeah, yeah. Did you see Hassan shocked his dog?
oh, dude, the memes they're doing 40K crossovers now, and they're fucking sending me. They're so fucking funny.
Okay, it is.
Wait, hold on. Are you gonna keep this in?
Of course.
Okay.
I am convinced it's at this point astroturfing by like Asmongold and like
of course.
XQC guys.
And Ethan. Yeah.
Because like I think I was talking about this with my wife. Hassan is way too careful about his image to have done something like that on camera anyway.
He loves that dog. Are you fucking kidding me?
What I'm saying, like, I don't even think he would let the possibility of something that controversial happen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, I know.
And to be blatant about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if anything, that would have happened off camera. He would never do it on camera
Yeah.
kind of thing. And that's to say, like, nothing of like, I don't know Hassan's real character or anything, like if he would actually be okay with doing that. Obviously, he's come out and said, like, no, I didn't do this. No, it's not a shot collar, blah, 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 blah. And of course, there's so many doctored photos being like, no, it's actually a doctored photo, blah, blah, blah. But like, even there's like entire subreddits and shit that are clearly being astroturfed to like
of course.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Because they hate Hassan.
Yeah.
Because he's progressive and he's
Mhm.
like, pro-Palestinian and all this stuff.
All
you
this
know?
stuff stands on business.
It's such a weird thing. Yeah.
He's also not a. He presents himself as more of a masculine, secure person.
Yeah.
right. He's
People-
trying to be the Joe Rogan of the left, to put it like, for normies, but like it's such a annoying
He's taller,
statement.
way taller than Joe Rogan.
He's 6'3", I think. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hey, let's
not
talk
that
about
matters, whatever.
No, let's talk about this movie.
Yeah.
And not
So
Kaya.
the film has an 89% Rotten Tomatoes score, and film
Well
critic David Sims gave the film a positive review, writing in his piece for The Atlantic, Hawkins is up to the challenge, and the rest of the ensemble is strong enough to keep pace.
Mhm.
But many of those story beats feel perfunctory. The film comes to life in the nastier, grislier set pieces. Film critic Amy Nicholson of the LA Times, who Alex and I are fans of.
Note to self: Google perfunctory.
Amy Nicholson also gave the film a positive review, writing, I'm not sure what happened to the Australian twins Danny and Michael Philippou that explains why their horror movies are swollen with grief, and I don't need to know. What matters is how expertly and jarringly the Philippous show us how grief feels.
Mm-hmm.
Over-
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's-
just a comment on
No, because this
Yeah.
movie, we'll get to it, has such a downer ending that really like leaves you choked up.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
The whole movie.
Yeah, for sure. But like even the way it ends, I was like, I was not expecting to feel like this at the end of this movie, kind of thing, you know.
I actually, there's some stuff I wanted to talk about with this movie that it brought up for me, and I had to reach out to someone in my family and say, hey, are you comfortable with me talking about some of this stuff?
Okay.
Because I would like to, and I want you to be okay. I want to get your blessing to talk about this before.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, because this movie, and rewatching it too, brought up a lot of stuff where I was like, oh, man. Yeah. Just a heads up for everyone. This is going to be a probably emotional episode for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm not as funny.
It's okay. We don't have to. This isn't a comedy podcast. This is a movie podcast. We can get. You've heard me cry multiple times on this.
Yeah,
shit.
I always
okay.
actually get teared up when
our
Will
Superman
cries about
episode
stuff.
is kind of a real whiplash of tone, by the way.
And it's a great episode too. Also, you guys have convinced me to check out that new Batman run. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
Have you seen Catwoman?
I saw they just got announced, right?
She looks so fucking cool. I love her.
I have not seen this.
Like her whole gear. She looks neat as hell. I love it. It's cool. It's very cool.
Well,
sorry.
Oh no. Tonal whiplash. It's all good.
To triple down on that tonal whiplash, here's my jokey review. Over on Letterboxd, user Matt ! Gave the film 4 stars, writing, video tutorials make everything so much easier.
Also, can I read my Plex review that
Please.
I found the other night?
Oh, God. Yeah, fine.
I was genuinely upset. I don't think this person finished the movie.
Well, let me give some background real quick. So for context, if you watch movies on Plex, it will display by default reviews by critics and by just users of Plex, unfortunately. And I recommend you go into the settings and turn that shit off right away.
I now look at the picture of this guy. It's the standard, like, Disney's woke guy. I did not see that it's a guy with sunglasses in the truck.
In a church. Oh my God.
His
It
name
literally is the meme.
Anti-Gov.
Yeah.
He gave it half a star and he wrote, "The fuck is this?"
Stupid ass.
God damn it.
That was damn Australians.
I swear to God, that must be the same guy that stood over me after Weapons and went, "Well, that was stupid."
God damn it.
Does anybody want to say anything before I jump into the summary?
Yeah, if you guys would allow me to...
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Business for my notes.
This movie made me cry.
So, yeah. Time to get all the laughs out while we can before start crying. So, I have a big fuck up on my part. I actually got a notification from the Italian Defamation League. I don't know if you guys remember, tomorrow's Christopher Columbus Day. And
oh my God, is it really?
Yeah.
I got uninvited from the party because I made a mistake on the podcast. So, I'm being held accountable by my bosses, even though you guys don't get held accountable by anyone but Jared.
Trump, no joke, like signed an EO, like saying it's Christopher Columbus Day.
Oh my God.
I know. This is a fucking piece of shit.
He found India. He found China. He found it. And he found America. He never left America. It was the best one. The Goldilocks.
It's so much better than ours because ours are so bad. We always give up halfway through.
The thing, someone taught me, they're like, the thing is you have to learn to lose direction and then bring it back to Joe Biden and something else. Like, sometimes he'll just be talking about how good McDonald's is. And he's like, who would make a bad meal? Joe Biden. He can't cook. He's probably on a cancer diet. No French fries. Anyway, so I said, we were talking about a theme park in Abu Dhabi, and I said, that makes sense that this Warner Brothers park has this Lord of the Rings thing in it. What I didn't know is that I was aware of a plan to put a Lord of the Rings section in this park, and I had worked with a company that never came to fruition. So that thing doesn't exist. So I thought I knew about it, but Abu Dhabi don't, but now everyone else Abu Dhabi does.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. It was really nice having you on the show, Alex. I need you to get out.
Thank you.
Also, I was listening to a podcast recently called Chainsaw Girls. Wanted to do a shout out to them. They're
Good
really
title.
cool. It's a horror podcast hosted by two women that are really funny.
Horror podcast?
Yeah, so they did It Follows, and I listened to that episode. It was really interesting getting to listen to their perspective about it, because there was a bunch of stuff in that movie that I was like, I need to get them to listen to this, because there was stuff I didn't pick up on. they were talking about, the writer, like how and director, how he came up with it, but also stuff just as a woman and their perspective scene that we didn't pick up. I feel like is, 3 mostly cis
white men. Yeah.
And one of them was that after, Jay is assaulted and she's brought back home.
Yeah.
The girls are playing the game Old Maid. That's the card game, highlighting kind of the situation, and now, what happened to Jay, because kind of there's a belief with people and, stuff like that,
like a patriarchal sort of idea of,
Exactly. And they touched on that. There's a lot of things about really toxic male behavior that was in the podcast that I really appreciated hearing the perspective on. So I wanted to bring that up because I wanted to see if you enjoyed that episode and kind of the debate that we had. I would recommend checking them out.
Yeah, I will definitely check that out. That sounds interesting. I'm always looking for a new perspective. It also kind of
supported the perspective that I was given by my friend about it being, slut shamey, and and so it was interesting to hear that perspective. So I wanted to give that a
Chainsaw Girls, you said was the name of it.
Also, was re-listening to the Blade episode that we did recently.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about the garlic parmesan thing. Now, Will has gone to Epic Universe.
I have, yes.
Did you get to try the garlic bread-shaped steak? Because I feel like they listened to that episode.
I didn't.
And they took our notes, apparently, because we had mentioned when I saw Blade in Hollywood that he didn't have anything. I actually said maybe he had a garlic knot, and then he happened to put a garlic.
Is that at Das Steakhouse or is that the Monster Hunters?
Yeah, it's at the Monster Hunters place.
Okay, yeah. So the only thing that we ate the whole day was at Toadstool Cafe, and I literally had the burger. And we got the cake that's recommended for 3 to 4 people, and it was just me and my wife that ate it. So I was full the entire fucking day. I didn't get food until like 11:30 when we got back home at Taco Bell. So I unfortunately was not able to eat there.
Hopefully, I would like to take like Jared and Courtney there. I'd like to take you guys. The availability is becoming more open. Hopefully, within the next year, we'll be able to make something happen. I'd really like to take everyone. Something else, I listened to the 2 Indiana Jones episodes. I hope you guys actually finished Last Crusade at some point.
I would like to go back.
We've talked so much about that because
The Last Crusade is one of my favorites. But there was a comment that you guys made about like the like stereotyping and stuff of Indian cuisine and Indian people. I lived in India for a year, lived and worked on a theme park out there. I have a quote from Will. He said, "Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom," that Steven Spielberg made the food bug assholes and monkey brains. And I wanted to let you know that living there, that actually is the food. So I don't know.
Right. Jesus Christ.
No, that's fine. It's just I don't know. I don't know if he's being offensive.
Well, the other IDF is going to come after us now. The Indian Defamation League.
Yeah, the Indian Defamation League. No, Indian food is very different. Actually, from what I found just being here, because it's really the food is defined by the state that you're in.
Right, yes. The more north you go, the more spicy it is because of the preservatives. Isn't that right?
That might be the case.
It's for meat specifically.
My experience was just in Maharashtra, which is where Mumbai is. Mm-hmm. And I guess they have a lot of people come in from there. So you would hear a lot of people saying like, oh, this person, their food's different. But what I found that I was really surprised in is the bread there was actually called roti, and it was like more of a very flat, thin bread, more like what you would kind of find in Sri Lankan cuisine, I think, or
is it like naan? Maybe
it's less like naan. And more like a tortilla.
Oh, okay.
Is what I found the bread to kind of be like. It's very thin, but a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
And so, but I like naan. I'll tell you, I never got naan while I was there. I never saw it. And I don't know if it was just a regional thing.
No naan, Alex? That's insane.
Naan.
Naan.
There was naan. But I got to try some of the best Chinese food I've ever had while I was in India.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I tried some really good Indian food.
You were in Asia,
Beijing too. So yeah, like the garlic, like I was telling you, it kicks different over there, guys. So, yeah. But no, I just thought that was interesting. I really hope you guys do finish Last Crusade though, because I really enjoyed it.
It's so funny because when the writers' strike started,
because we prepped for the episode and everything.
He had just watched Last Crusade, and he was like, "Hey, Will, don't worry. Like, I know we were pretty down on that second movie, but
Temple of Doom.
Yeah, this movie fucking rules, actually. And I remember
it's my favorite of the 5.
Yeah, I remember it being good and whatnot, but like, you know, we wanted to be supportive of the actors and whatnot.
And then we just never picked it back up because there was more interesting movies to cover.
So there were some movies I feel like that like Pizza Hut gave out copies of them. I think we talked about this a little bit, like Wayne's World,
like a VHS?
Ninja Turtles, VHS copies. And I feel like this must have been one of the other movies because there's a Pepsi ad
that would fucking explain it
at the beginning of Last Crusade that as a kid I have memorized like forever. And there's a part where it's the part with the knight. They're talking about like Pepsi. It's the choice of a new generation. Yeah. And it cuts to the knight going, "He chose wisely." And I just remember that as a kid thinking it was so fucking funny. And so that's forever. Every time I have to drink a Pepsi, I always think, he chose wisely.
Alex, that must be true because those were 2 VHS tapes I had growing up that I watched on repeat. And my parents didn't buy a lot of movies. And so if they came from Pizza Hut, that would explain it because my parents got so much Pizza Hut when I was growing up.
Yeah, I grew up in a Pizza Hut house too.
Yeah.
My parents, like, they would be gone. You know, I was kind of a latchkey kid. So my dad would be like, get the checkbook and write a check and order Pizza Hut. So we had it like all the
fucking tight.
Yeah, that's dream ass scenario. Yeah, now it's like, and now here's my debit card. Go buy some Roblox.
Get some Robux.
Yeah.
And now we wonder why my triglyceride levels are so Thanks, Dad.
All right. All the comedy's gone.
Everybody, take a deep breath. It's time to get serious and talk about Bring Her Back. The film opens with a videotape of a group of Russian men and women killing someone and other unexplained horrors around what resembles a satanic ritual.
Do they kill them by hanging them? Is that what happens?
Yeah, they're hanging a woman. Yeah, but it's not super clear what's happening. Although we do get the phrase, "This is not a cult," and then it shows the word cult upside down, and there's like a little baby crawling on the ceiling. I don't know if that's like a studio logo
I'm almost
or if
positive that's a studio thing.
Okay,
yeah.
But then like the words "This is not a cult" appears right before, like in the VHS like filter before it cuts to like, you know, the ritual. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be part of it. I don't know what's going on there. But
you feel like it's almost like the Bloomhouse stinger that's at the beginning with the girl in the
right,
house
it's something like that, maybe.
They, like edited in. Maybe.
But then I wonder too if this is all part of the, and we'll talk about this later, but like the Philippou brothers are building a world here. This is all in a shared universe. And like, okay, some of you might be groaning and getting annoyed by that fact because we're kind of overburdened with that in movies right now. But I think it's pretty cool and novel because I think these guys are pulling it off in an interesting way. Yeah. But to be clear, I don't think in the movie there is any clear connection to Talk to Me, but by the end of it, I will talk about it.
Okay. They both take place in Australia.
Right? Yeah, but that's because the Philippous are Australian.
Yeah. Well, and they prefer to shoot in Australia.
Yeah.
They lived in Los Angeles for a long time. I think they still technically do, but they prefer to shoot in Australia.
Okay.
Anyway, so we get that weird VHS tape. Then we meet Andy, a 17-year-old boy, and his blind younger sister, Piper. And they find their father dead in the shower one morning.
Okay. I have a note from my notes about this.
Yeah.
This is such a terrible situation because the worst thing, seeing your parent naked as a kid.
Yeah.
And his dick, I know we're not trying to be funny. It's fucking huge. His dick is flopped up.
Yeah, it's a
girthy dad dick on this guy. It is flopped up.
Thor's
when I saw this, I was like,
here.
what's worse than seeing your dad's penis? Finding your dad dead. Literally the note that I wrote in there when I rewatched this, because it was just like, I forgot how terrifying this is.
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy too is we went from a movie with full frontal nudity of a woman, and now we have no boobs in this movie, but a lot of dick.
Yeah. And it's traumatizing.
It is very traumatizing. Yeah, I would not want to see the scene that they've got set up of like just his dad with the vomit on his mouth, and it's fucking terrifying. And one of the kids has no idea what's going on because she's fucking blind, and you know, Andy's trying to stay strong, but
I had my mom has some back problems, and there was one time that I came to my mom's house and I had called her. She didn't pick up her phone. I came into the house, and as I walked down the hallway, I just saw my mom's feet and the door open, and my blood ran cold. I like went into the room, fully expecting something else to happen, and it just so happened my mom was laying on the floor on her phone. I thought that I was about to find my mom's body.
I've done that to my wife a few times, but in the bedroom.
It is finding a family member like us is just something that I have like a lot of anxiety about. I know that it's one of those things that's very possible to happen and may eventually happen, but it's one of those things that I have a lot of anxiety about.
The same thing happened to me one day when we were taking my kid up to have my mom watch him. Like, I tried texting her, calling her, nothing. We get up there, and like the anxiety is running through my head. Like, my mom's dead. You know, like there's no way. And we went up. The door was locked. I knocked, rang the doorbell. Nothing. I called. Nothing. And you know, eventually my mom answered the door, and she was like, "Oh, I was just sleeping." But like all of the worst possibilities running through my head, like holy. And I think it was actually to see this fucking movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I also have a personal connection to this scene. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it, but since we're getting into it, most of my panic attacks, like in the last 5 years, like happen in the shower. I don't know if it's because it's like a closed-in space and it's hot, you know, with the hot water running. Yeah. But like my anxiety really gets triggered in there, and then I start to worry that like, oh, I'm having a heart attack. Oh, my wife is going to find me dead in the shower now. So that really freaked me out. That hits home.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I don't want to be found like that.
Yeah, nobody does. And the shower area is like so fucking dangerous too. Like,
and it's such a vulnerable place to, you know, like you're naked.
You guys ever had that like a scared thought of like you're at a urinal, you're pissing, and someone comes up behind you and stabs you in the neck?
Jesus, or like strangles you like American Psycho style. Yeah.
I'm not the only one, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Man. So after this, also, this isn't in my notes, but later we get a flashback to the kids finding the dad.
Yeah.
And Andy, like, we see Piper trying to give the dad mouth to mouth, which we don't see happen originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, did more happen in this scene that we didn't see?
Andy doesn't touch him.
Yeah.
And, or I think maybe he does, but Piper takes him away and it's holding him and cradling him.
And then we hear her telling the paramedic that Andy didn't want her in there, but she went in anyway. And I think it's implied that like Andy didn't want to resuscitate him because, you know, the guy was, we'll find out later, a bad dude. But Piper didn't know about this, obviously. Yeah. And so she's trying to resuscitate him, but it doesn't work. But just a weird thing that we get like a very quick flashback to later.
Oh, I think it's supposed to represent suppressed memories.
Yes, because he's clearly traumatized by it and he can't shower afterwards because of it. Yeah. Well, anyway, the pair are sent to live with Laura, who is an eccentric woman. This is Sally Hawkins' character. And she also has another foster child named Oliver, who is mute. Andy is unnerved by Laura and Oliver because they exhibit very odd behavior. But Piper is charmed by Laura, who dotes all over her.
She immediately takes a selfie of all of them together, and he is blocked out of
She's blocking out Andy. Yeah, it's very clear that, like, she's really into Piper, doesn't care for Andy. Yeah.
It was noted at the beginning when they were assigned that she just wanted Piper.
Yeah, they wanted to be separated.
Yeah, but they insisted that they didn't want to be separated, that he wanted to take guardianship of her at some point, so it was agreed that he would come and stay. Also, it was mentioned that he had some issues when he was younger.
And he goes, I was 8.
Anger issues.
And Piper goes, what's that about? And he doesn't tell her.
Yeah.
And we will find out later. So Andy awakes the next day after living with Laura to find that he has peed himself overnight, and he sneaks out and washes his clothes before the others notice. He is also unable to shower because he's traumatized from finding his father's body in a shower. And so they go to their father's funeral.
The room that Andy's staying in is very like makeshift. It's not really a real room.
It's like an attic storage space. Yeah.
It's like a storage closet, like converted. He doesn't really have privacy or his own room, really.
Also, like, you can tell that he uses Piper's inability to see to kind of give her like white lies here and there.
Yes.
And
to keep her comfortable. He doesn't want her to know like that things are really weird or that there's something fucked up about Ollie.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And what's her name? I guess Sally Hawkins' character is Laura. Laura catches on to that very quickly and like also kind of plays along, but is using,
but also uses it to her advantage as well to make Andy feel like he's going insane and to turn Piper against him.
And she even like remarks that she used to be not a social worker, but like a guidance counselor. No,
like
she says to him he was a counselor, and then he finds out later that she was a social worker too. Yeah.
But that gives her like, because I know we're going to get into it, the gaslighting aspect of this movie, but like she has so much more observational power and depth of skill when reading people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's an adult.
Yeah, I know that's
that helps.
That helps too. But like, her life experience really helps her like obliterate this kid's fucking reality.
She knows like what troubled kids like go through or are thinking, and she knows how to manipulate that.
Not only just having them in her home and the power dynamic being set is that she has the power over them,
right?
And
exploits that to every advantage she can.
And I think that when you're that age, you just give power over to people very freely over yourself and the influence that they have.
He trusts her implicitly. Like younger people are taught to trust adults and shit. Sorry. So is the funeral really the next bit?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want this to be super long.
No. That's not. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, fuck, man. I felt like that's like a lot of ground is covered right before the next.
You kind of get a little bit more during that time about the fact that the kid that's staying with them, something's going off. I think you hear him banging his head against the door. She keeps having to secure him in spaces and everything. There's I think you see him just staring outside.
Yeah, he's constantly getting out and then just standing outside and staring at everyone silently.
Mm-hmm. Getting in the pool, holding the cat.
We should probably talk about the pool too and the importance of the pool. I don't know
if
that came up yet.
It comes up later after the funeral, but like there is a drained pool in the backyard. Yeah, that obviously is connected to something. Mm-hmm. But at the funeral, Laura pushes Andy to kiss his father's body that's lying in state that he's clearly uncomfortable with. And he won't. At first, he doesn't even want to look at the body, and he just tells Piper, "Yeah, he looks good," even though he won't look down.
And
this scene is so fucking uncomfortable.
It's rough.
It's like one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah,
like there's like 3 or 4 that stand out, and this is one of them.
Yeah, she goes on this thing about like, oh, it's tradition, like
you have to kiss him on the lips.
Or he can't like go to heaven or something. She gives him some reasoning behind why you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. So also, you just said that he can't even bring himself to look at his father, and Piper asks him, how does he look? And he says he looks fine, and she uses they've got a code word, grapefruit, to be like, I need you to be completely honest with me, and he breaks it. And it says he looks fine, Pipe, and he doesn't look at him. And of course Laura catches on and like that he has not has not looked at him, and brings it up after they're leaving the funeral to start causing friction between him.
Laura is just straight up like, you didn't even look at him, because she overhears and notices like what's going on.
Also, she's the only person that's not dressed in black.
Oh yeah, she's just dressed like an eccentric art teacher at this funeral. Yeah, and it feels disrespectful.
That's her whole vibe, is very like eccentric art aunt with a lot of cats. Like,
it's so funny that this is like, maybe they're pulling on like an Australian cultural trope or something, but like, no, this woman exists in America too. This is such a common thing.
I also liked that the more tension that she puts upon him to, or not tension, but like stress to say goodbye to his father, the more of the shower sound starts resonating in his head.
Because it's raining outside.
But you can hear in his head like the shower going off, because it's not just how he found his dad, but also how he was abused. He was abused in the shower. They turned the shower up so that Piper could not hear the abuse going on. Everything. Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
That's a big part.
Yeah, so like the shower is a trigger place. That's the whole reason why he doesn't even go and take a shower when he's pissed himself the second time. Yeah, not just because he found his dad there, but also because that's where he used to get abused.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing about it, is not only is it was the place where he was.
It was also the place where he got hit.
Yeah, it's the ultimate point of trauma for him, is being in the shower.
And so and that's where like the rain coming down is also like a big thing. There's a lot of imagery with water, and we can get into more. But like, I love how she's like constantly pressing him to do things that are as outside of his comfort zone, and it's bringing him back to this point of trauma for him. It's fucking great. It's so good. And then he eventually like panics out and leaves, and she kisses him and takes a piece of
cuts off a piece of hair, which she feeds to Ollie later.
Yeah.
So that night after the funeral, they're driving home, and she's like, "What do you guys want to do?" And Andy, I think, kind of offhandedly jokes like, "I want to get wasted," and she's like, "Okay." So she gets a bottle of vodka.
She calls herself a vodka slut.
Oh, that's right. And so they go home, and everybody gets drunk, including Piper, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the three of them get drunk and party in the house, and it's like a nice time. They look like they're all having fun.
You could almost think to yourself like, okay, maybe things will be okay. Like obviously,
like she's just weird, but she's one of those like, oh, you guys can drink around me kind of parent.
Yeah, I'm a fun mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the vibe she's giving off here, and but they're all dancing and having a good time. And then Piper passes out, and afterwards, Laura persuades Andy to confide in her that his father used to beat him.
She does this like thing where he has something on his mind, and she says, like, let's use this technique, like, because he can't look at her. He has a hard time. So they do this thing where they have chairs back to back, this trust exercise where you talk to someone by not having to look at them, but you can hear them. So they're back to back in these chairs, and they sit back to back. And so he starts talking about this. And you can watch Laura's reaction, which I think is something, too, that you kind of see the gears turning with her. It's not...
Yeah, she doesn't have to have a poker face either since they're back to back.
Yeah, and you see it more as, like, she's kind of pushing him and pulling some information out of him as he's talking. And I think that you see the real dynamic here where he's being very open and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And you can already see kind of... This is what she wanted. She wanted to be able to pull... and get him to open up.
And she did this by being vulnerable herself, talking about her daughter Kathy, the immense grief that she has from losing her daughter. And this is my favorite scene in the movie, because like you can really empathize with her. Like Sally Hawkins' performance is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is the part of the movie where I cried, because the way that she describes burying her daughter and trying to find the strength to wake up the next morning and just continue living, and how unfair it was that her daughter was dead and she wasn't. And it put me in the same mindset. Like I can't even imagine being a parent and losing a child. And it's like, it's really fucking good.
There's also a really important piece of information that she gives while she's opening up that comes back later. Mm-hmm. She says, I'd give anything to hear her call me mom again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. And like this is the how you say, her whole motivation. Is what she's spelling out right here.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, you guys jumped ahead, but this is what my synopsis. No, it's fine. It's fine. So Andy explains that when he was growing, like his dad beat him basically, but he never touched Piper, and that made Andy resentful and jealous. And when he was 8, he hit Piper himself.
Yeah.
But because it was so long ago, it was like 9 years prior to the film. She's too young to remember it happening, and Andy has never told her that he did this, so she doesn't know about it. And that's why when it came up at the counselor's office, because the lady mentions that he has a history of violence himself, he's like, he doesn't tell Piper about it. So because Andy opens up too, Laura also explains that she had a daughter, as you mentioned, Will, and she was also blind like Piper, and she unfortunately drowned in the pool in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So that night, after Andy goes to sleep, we see Laura pisses into a little measuring cup and then splashes Andy's pants with it.
Oh yeah, she's been spiking his protein shakes with stuff to make him sleep.
Oh, I thought she did something to the vodka to make him pass out.
No.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So that he doesn't wake up in the night. Okay, okay. She also observes Ollie, who has broken out of her room and is outside biting the cat. The cat lives, though.
That poor cat.
But the cat is like covered in blood.
Yeah, he ripped off its tail.
The tail, right? Yeah. The next morning, Laura chastises Andy for pissing himself because she like catches him trying to wash his clothes in secret and pushes him to take a shower. She then tells Piper that he became violent the previous night, but she'll tell her more about it in the car because they are leaving, and they ask Andy to watch Ollie while she's gone. So Andy goes and finds Ollie locked in Laura's bedroom, like unlocks the door with like a butter knife because he knows how to unlock doors because we saw him do this to get his dad out of the shower earlier. And he attempts to bond with Ollie in the kitchen while cutting up some cantaloupe with a knife. He goes to hand the cantaloupe over to Ollie, and Ollie takes the knife and all and begins chewing on the knife.
Damn.
I'm not going to lie. I had to put my hand up. I couldn't, and I'm trying to look at it around my hand, and I'm like, this is so bad. I couldn't handle this. I'm sorry.
No,
like,
that's okay.
I'm getting softer in my age about shit like this, and I can't handle it. It's so brutal. Like, and these guys are known for like their brutal gore.
Yeah. And very uncomfortable imagery.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus, it's rough.
Is this the scene where he...
No, that's later.
No, that's way later.
Okay.
Yeah, he bites himself later, but
and he's
chewing on the knife.
Guys, like,
so the gore in this movie.
I'm getting nauseous.
The person that I was with, I was on a date, was getting nauseous.
Oh, great!
And I reached over and I grabbed the popcorn and said, "Give me that shit."
Oh my God.
No shit.
And that's why I did it during when I saw weapons.
That's wonderful. Going from that very emotional scene previous, like maybe 5 minutes before this all happens, and fucking like tearing up and shit, to fucking what's his name? Oh my God, what is
Ollie?
No, Andy. Yeah, Andy giving Ollie the fucking knife. I reached over and I put my hand on my wife's knee because I was like, something bad's gonna happen. I already know it. And then he's fucking chewing on that shit real hard. And I'm like, I almost fucking ripped into my wife's leg. I was like fucking cringing. I couldn't look away.
Did you see this in the theater?
Yeah,
I could not have done that.
Dude, he bites on the countertop too, right?
That's way later. That's way later.
Yeah. That's when like the hunger is like
when he starts eating everything in the house. Yeah.
But yeah, he's like chewing on that shit. Yeah. Thankfully, last night I could just look away and not fucking give a shit. But I had to the first viewing take everything in, and it was just heinous.
He takes the knife and he puts it down his throat, and then a bird comes out. And
yeah, it was crazy. Ollie's a magician. He can turn his consumption into new life. It's crazy.
Let me get through this before I pass out. So obviously Ollie is bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
Andy freaks out and picks him up and rushes him outside to drive him to the hospital.
Yeah.
But after he exits the white circle that Laura has previously painted around the entire premises, Ollie begins screaming and convulsing and eventually utters, "Help me," to Andy. Laura and Piper arrived right as this is happening and observe the chaos, and Laura forces Andy to take Piper inside as she takes Ollie back to her room to calm him down. And Andy is also freaking the fuck out and like kind of having a panic attack while Piper is like, "What's happening? What's going on?" Because she can't see.
Yeah.
So Laura later takes Piper aside after she calms down Ollie and implies that Andy may have done something to harm Ollie. And she also chastises him for breaking into her room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, which was so hypocritical because she's like, respect my fucking privacy, when she opened up his phone.
Oh, yeah. She snatched his phone and starts reading it. And oh my God.
So Ollie's a fucking freak.
I didn't add in all the little like microaggressions that she does in the movie in this because there's just so many. But like, yeah, she's clearly trying to make him feel insane, like from the get-go. Yeah. It's oh my God. This is so well done.
I feel like
I can't believe a 20-something-year-old wrote this movie.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they drew from people that are actually like this because, you know, you guys want to talk like the gore stuff that doesn't get me, but stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
For me, like that stuff where I'm like, oh man, this takes me back to shit that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
I watch a kid gobble on a knife all day.
Well, Andy attempts to shower finally and witnesses his father's dead body walk into the bathroom and warn him she dies in the rain.
Okay. Real quick.
Yeah.
So what did you think that was? Because if I'm not mistaken, Laura feeds Ollie a bit of his hair, of Andy's dad's hair, after calming him down and I guess resetting him into like some sort of vessel like creature.
Yeah, isn't it that he has to consume something that was dead, I think is the thing. Which is why he's not interested in like the cantaloupe or whatever he makes for him or some of those things. It seems to be stuff that is which you find out later when you see him consuming something.
Right. Do you think that was somehow
like just a vision or an actual spirit visiting him?
Yes. What do you think?
I could go either way on that, especially because knowing that this is in a universe where like
there's a veil.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it's conceivable to argue that, like, yeah, that was really his father's spirit visiting him to warn him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Alex.
Oh yeah, I think it was a father's spirit.
Okay, so something that is a constant in this movie is the falling of water. How either the rain's coming down or the shower's coming down. There's mist in the air and whatnot. Isn't there like a thing where the thin veil between life and death is separated by the elements, and the constant downpour gives the spirits a way to manifest themselves? Is that like not a thing? Because it feels like that's what they're going for.
There's a Buddhist like philosophy thing about how like all life is water returning to like the sea.
Yes.
Like drops of water returning to, the sea. Like our moment is, we are propelled before we return.
We return back to the great end or whatever. Yeah. I do know about that. That's a neat little thing. But like when was the last time either of you guys watched Talk to Me?
Oh God, it was for the podcast, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of time.
Do you guys not remember
the water ghost
when the little brother is like getting fully possessed? He's in the shower. Like after he went to the hospital.
I hate that I don't remember, but
it's okay. I'm starting to, like, when you said that there is a kind of shared universe, I'm now like trying to retrace my footsteps when it came to Talk to Me, and that is one of the things. Is he had gone to the hospital and he's in the shower and things are trying to take over him. It's almost like the two worlds kind of collide when there's a heavy downpour. Like if these guys do another film and there's a lot of rain in it, I think I'll be vindicated on this. But yeah, it feels like, because the mist is in the air, the veil that parts our two worlds is very thin, and he's coming to tell Andy what's up.
I really see where you're coming from, and I can definitely imagine that. Like apparently the next film that they're making is Talk number 2, Me.
Oh, are you
for real?
Kidding me?
And they've hinted that they're going to tie in like the world.
Okay.
So I wonder if there's going to be like a connection with water between the dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. One of the bodies you see too is like a waterlogged corpse. One of the first.
That wasn't Talk to Me, right?
Yeah,
I remember. I remember it being very disturbing.
There are some other things with water in that movie. I'd be interested to go back now and watch it after.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it on tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so Andy sees his dad in the shower and he tells him she dies in the rain. And after this, Andy goes to run away and slips and falls on his head and then awakens in the hospital with a concussion. And he's very concerned for Piper's safety. Laura bonds with Piper by showing her videos of her deceased daughter, Kathy, and dancing in the rain with her before having Piper feel Kathy's dead body.
It's cut. The way that it's cut in the movements of Laura, like you really understand that Laura is like pushing Piper. This is
to emulate
her.
Kathy,
and Kathy. It's like the way that it moves back is like their movements are succinct from the video and everything. It's really well done. It's a really beautiful, but also kind of scary scene in a way.
Where you can tell she's grooming her to be like her daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she brings her back to the freezer, and since Piper is blind, she doesn't know what she's touching. I forget what she tells her it is.
So she starts touching the body, and Piper is becoming more and more panicked. She's like, "What is it? What is it?" And Laura finally says, "It's just meat. It's just meat, honey." And then we get the zoom in on Kathy's face.
Kathy,
dead cat, cadaver. So Laura brings Andy home from the hospital and is chastising him in the car. Like, I can't believe someone could have a psychotic break and they're just letting him go,
Wait, hold on. Did we miss like the... Never mind. What you call it? Laura visits him in the hospital, and he's like, "Hey, don't take her out in the rain."
He explicitly says like, "I saw a vision, and like, don't let her out into the rain. Like, she's blind."
And she's like, "Don't worry, I won't do that."
Yeah, and that's when she takes her out dancing in the rain.
Her going out in the rain. Yeah.
Also, when I don't know if we mentioned when Andy finds what's the kid's name again?
Ollie, yeah.
When he finds him outside, he's trying to break into, you understand now, the room where she's keeping the body.
Right, because he wants to consume it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Andy is frustrated, but he goes and checks in on Piper, who's already asleep. And so he like gets a good workout session in and then goes to bed. Laura, meanwhile, views more of the Russian summoning ritual videotape, that she's been reviewing throughout the movie. And we get more of it now. We get the full picture, and it demonstrates that a person must be killed in the same manner as the person you want to resurrect. And then a summoned spirit will eat part of the deceased to consume their soul, and then it will deposit it into the body of the newly deceased that you want their soul to inhabit. Mm-hmm. Laura then sprays herself with Andy's deodorant and then goes and hits Piper in the head and runs away. The next morning, go ahead.
In the middle of the night while she's sleeping.
Right. Yeah. The next morning, Andy awakes to find Laura tending to Piper's bruised face, who accuses him of hitting her, which Andy denies. Laura confronts Andy and the two argue, leading to Laura to become physical after Andy remarks on Kathy's death being her fault. It ends with Andy slamming his fist into a wall, which causes Laura to scream, and Andy leaving the home with his car. Laura takes Piper to her goalball practice and returns home to find that Ollie has escaped again and has trashed the home, eating anything he can find. This is when he ate part of the countertop. Yeah. He's like, he's going fucking nuts.
Into a piece. Yeah, he beat a bit into a piece of a jug of milk. Not drank the milk, but like bit into the bottom, and the milk's like fucking coming out. This shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, he eats part of his arm, and it's gnarly.
It's you see. Bad. I had to look away entirely.
Yeah, it's fucking heinous. Also, dude, that sport looks so badass. By the way,
I've never seen that before, but it's very interesting what little of it they show.
Yeah, I would watch that. That seems cool as fuck.
They also have to, I guess the participants have to wear like a blindfold kind of thing too, and that mask looks cool as hell.
Yeah, put everybody on the same playing field because
right, if you have limited or some vision,
she can see like shapes, and that's about it. So that gives her maybe an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to see more of that, but obviously that's not the point. I was like, well, I'm curious, what that thing is. I'll pull up a YouTube video later. Okay, so Ollie's going nuts, eating everything. Andy, meanwhile, notices he's at the social. What is that office?
Social worker.
Yeah, it's like a social worker office, but it's the office of the people that assigned him to live with Laura.
CPS, right?
Yeah, maybe like in America, it'd be like a CPS office. But he notices a poster for a missing boy, and he recognizes the boy in the poster is Oliver. So he talks to Wendy, his social worker, and convinces her to come visit the home because he insists that Laura has been lying and has even kidnapped a child. Now, the tricky thing here is Wendy says that she's friends with Laura, and Laura worked there for 30 years. But
20
years. But Andy's insistent, so she agrees to do a home inspection. Are you going to say something, Alex?
Oh, yeah. This is also off, the thing of what happened with, his sister. He's pretty much been pushed to this point where, I think she called the police, right? And so he ends up going over there to be like, look, this is what's going on. You have to.
Yeah, she calls and reports it because they already know when he gets there that something happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he's like, you have to hear my side of the story kind of too. Because they don't arrest him or anything. But there is a cop standing in the door while he's arguing, or not arguing, but having a heated conversation with Wendy, basically.
But there's something he says to her to be like, to actually convince her. Because at first she's like, no, I know her. She wouldn't do that. Yeah. And he's like, I'm telling you that he's there. Something's going on.
He mentions...
the kidnapped boy.
No. He mentions that she described him as a redhead with thick curly hair. And Wendy goes, oh, that's her nephew.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what gets her to get up and go,
to realize something doesn't make sense because Laura's pretending it's her nephew, who we see in a videotape later is not the same kid.
No, he has a picture of him on his phone because remember he tries to take.
That's right.
And she's like, what are you doing?
Because Laura kept deleting the photos, but he got another one before he left.
So he had a picture of Andy and he shows it to her. That's what convinces her to go check it out.
That's right. Yeah.
He's like, this is
we figured that out in real time.
Sorry, I knew there was something there.
Yeah, he has some piece of evidence there. Yeah.
I fell asleep. I didn't fall asleep, but It's been like a couple hours, so.
So Laura is cleaning the home to cover up the, any trace of Ollie going berserk, because she's pretty sure, she's going to be visited there. Mm-hmm. And Wendy and Andy arrive just in time. Laura and Wendy do a walkthrough of the home, and everything seems fine. However, just as they are talking before they leave,
Laura wipes her face.
Laura is bleeding profusely because Ollie bit her.
Bit the shit out of her, yeah.
And the blood starts to pour down her arm, which Wendy notices. And then at the same time, Andy has broken into the shed while this is happening and has found Ollie eating Kathy's body.
Yeah.
And is calling for Wendy to come look at it. Wendy starts to notice something is wrong. Laura realizes the jig is up and starts begging Wendy to understand.
What a fucking excellent performance,
dude.
Too. Like,
it's wild.
The amount of desperation to get her to be cool. Hey, I need you to be really cool with some really weird shit right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she starts going to 100 really fast. She's starts grabbing her coat and she's like, you have to understand.
Yeah. Also, Oliver has devoured part of Kathy's face.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see the
like the
skeletal remain.
Yeah.
It's really fucking horrible.
Yeah. It makes all the close-ups that much worse later too. But yeah, so Wendy pulls away from Laura, goes with Andy to look at the body. They see Ollie eating the body, and she goes, let's go right now. And they go to get into her car, but just before they can reach the car, Laura mows down both of them in her car.
Yeah. Fucking Wendy is obliterated.
Yeah, and she even backs up over Wendy's body to verify. And then Andy is like paralyzed, maybe laying on the ground.
He's
and then
stunned.
Laura finishes the job by drowning him in a puddle.
I fucking hated this part.
It's bad.
Yeah, she gets out of the car. You're watching him lay down, struggling, and she tilts his head into the water.
Yeah, and it's the most gentle way of
She Bruce Willis's him in Glass.
I fucking hate that this. I mean, like, it's a horror movie and it's supposed to be a downer, and you just really feel for this poor kid, man. Like, she fucked his world up super hard. He's earnest. He wants to do the right thing, and she just fucking kills him, man. It's so sad.
Yeah. So Laura goes and brings Piper home from her goalball practice, and Piper hears Ollie speaking with Andy's voice. So she suspects something is amiss. So she walks into the house. She hears Andy's voice, but then she touches him and realizes it's Ollie. And then Laura leads her away, but Piper is suspicious, that something's happening. And so she runs away from Laura, manages to get into the bathroom and lock herself in there, finds a body, starts feeling it, and realizes it's Andy's body.
Mm-hmm.
And
from the braces.
God.
She feels his braces. Exactly. That's it. Thank you. And so she's she's like, Andy, get up. And then she realizes he's dead.
This scene fucked me up.
It's bad. But Laura enters and explains, is this when she explains the whole ritual to her?
I can't remember if that's the case. Maybe?
I think so. I think she starts doing this because then she drags her to the pool.
Well, not before...
I think she starts explaining, like, you don't understand, like, I need you to bring her back, blah, blah, blah. Piper goes to run away and runs into, like, a pole or, like, a doorway center.
Yeah.
And gets knocked out.
This isn't before Piper uses Laura explaining the ritual to hone in on where her fucking face is and yeet something.
Oh, that's right. She throws something at her before she
fucking daredevils.
Yeah.
This bitch is fucking tight.
But Laura drags Piper's unconscious body to the pool and begins drowning her while Ollie stands nearby, ready to deposit Kathy's soul, if you will. So as Laura's drowning, Piper wakes up underwater and starts struggling, and Laura is begging her to let her drown her. But then Piper screams out,
Piper
Mom
is fighting. She's not letting it happen.
Yeah. Right.
As she does, she yells, Mom, which causes her to...
It triggers, Laura to have a flashback to her Kathy. And Laura breaks down and apologizes as Piper gets up and runs away and stumbles out into the road, where she's rescued by a passing motorist. Wally walks out past the circle in the yard. You can see him pause and look down at the circle, and then we cut to him later laying outside the circle, convulsing. I guess what happens here is the spirit is expelled from him when he leaves the circle.
Yeah, doesn't he start vomiting?
Yeah, he vomits everything.
And then he steps outside the circle.
Yeah, it is clearly very painful for him, but it does save his life. And when the police come to search the house later, they find, God, it's so sad seeing like a 10-year-old boy just like naked lying in the leaves all night, like clearly cold and like fucked up, you know.
Yeah, this kid, Jonah Wren Phillips, who plays Oliver, did a fucking amazing job.
All the acting
Great job
in this movie
is fantastic. So
they put so much makeup on him to make him look so fucking demonic and creepy, and it works. Also, he is in real life, he is the son of the guy that plays the dad.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
the dad has like two scenes, one where he's dead and one where he's a spirit. But
I guess something we kind of forgot to mention is Ollie's, like, as the movie goes on, gets really bloated.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
Whatever he's been consuming, I think it's he was gonna, I think in the video it shows him vomit into the person's mouth.
Yes.
So Ollie was supposed to expel this to pass it. So when he goes there and vomits it out there, it's because he knows that, you know, the person's not dead. They're on a timetable too.
They're on a timetable.
So I think time ran out and the demon was like, fuck this, expelled it, and then ended up passing over the zone to return to where it came and leave Ollie's body.
Yeah. But yeah, when the police discover his body, or him, he's alive. They ask him, like, do you know your name? And he's like, I'm Connor Bird, which is the kid on the missing poster. Yeah. And then a guilt-stricken Laura carries Kathy's corpse into, where is this pool?
The pool's in the backyard.
Is that the same pool, or is it like
pool.
a shallower section of it?
No, it's the same pool. So here's the reason why it's so shallow, right? I'm sure you noticed that she marked a specific spot on the pool with the white paint.
Yeah.
So she was waiting for the rainwater to come in and fill it up to a certain thing, because it's a blink and you miss, or blink and you miss it line. It's a throwaway line where she talks about how she used to drain the pool all the time and let the rainwater fill it.
Yeah.
That's how Kathy died. The rainwater was shallow. She did not know because she is blind, and she jumped into the pool.
That's right, because when you see her death in the pool, like her head is bleeding.
She smacked her head on the bottom.
Oh, God.
And that's what killed her.
Christ.
And so because she had to die the exact same way, the pool had to be at a certain length, and she had to drown in it. So like she was making sure that nothing could fail.
Yeah.
I think that's why she was kind of concerned when Piper smacked her head against the pool. Like, oh, please don't fucking die from a concussion here. We need to drown you.
Well, yeah, we see Laura cradling Kathy's corpse in the pool as the police surround her.
And she reached into her arm wound and ripped it open.
Yeah, is she trying to make herself bleed out?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So presumably she might be dead in this scene.
I think she's actually dead by the time they get there. You see her, I think, reminiscing about Kathy.
Yeah.
And as she lays there, I think she bleeds out as they approach.
Holy fuck, this ending, man. I did not expect to be in tears by the credits. Yeah.
Touch on that happened.
Yeah.
Previously in the movie, they talk about the sound of airplanes, and that when Piper and Andy hear the sound of an airplane, he's told her that it's a spirit passing into heaven.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this? I'm going to cry. So.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a personal connection to this, or?
It's fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So at the end of the movie, as Piper is this what you're talking about, when Piper's in the car of the people that rescue her? She's driving away. Presumably they're taking her to the police or something. But she's listening to Andy's voicemail that he left her, where he's explaining everything that happened and with Laura, and that he hit her as a kid, and that he's sorry, and that dad beat him, and he's like, I never told you because I didn't want you to know, and blah, blah, blah. And then she looks and sees an airplane flying overhead. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't look. She hears.
Well,
okay. Thank you for that poor choice of words. I apologize.
She looks right at that airplane and she says, "Oh, that's the kind I hope to fly on someday."
You know what? Okay. On that note, though, when Piper comes back from goalball practice and Andy's dead, the movie is trying to put us in Piper's perspective, but like obviously it's a movie and she's like 90% blind basically. And so what it does is it does like really tight close-up shots on Piper only. Like the camera rarely pulls away from her. And if it does, it just does a little bit. And I think it does an excellent job of conveying, like, you know, you've lost a major sense here. So you have to use your other senses to pick up on what's going on, like other context clues and things. Yeah. You know, and then I think the movie does, you know, the medium itself is based on sight and sound. So it's tricky, obviously, but I think it does a really good job at like making you feel claustrophobic in that moment.
These guys know what they're doing, dude.
it's unreal how good they are at what they do for being so young. And obviously, like, this is only their second movie, but they really got a lot of, practice doing their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like making all kinds of weird videos and stuff for YouTube. But it's so weird because like none of them are that serious. Like they're very weird.
No, their YouTube videos are fucking weird as shit.
I've never watched any of their YouTube.
Oh, Alex, they're so bizarre.
Yeah,
they're so bizarre.
One of them is just like a bunch of fast food restaurant mascots like violently killing people in a restaurant. Yeah, it's bizarre.
I want to say one of them is Ronald McDonald.
Yeah,
hey, buddy, doing a little voice like this,
like being a serial killer. Yeah, it's bizarre. They're full of like explicit gore and like special effects and stuff too. Yeah. Well, when they got older, the younger ones, like their most famous one when they were younger was like Harry Potter versus Star Wars.
It's tight.
Just real like YouTube clickbait ass like stuff. Yeah. But they're shot well. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Do you want to hear some trivia?
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
There's some really good background about this that I don't think you guys know about. So there is a
Please
website.
tell me that dad's dick's fake so it's not.
There is a website you can visit. It is called blackangeltapes.net. It is where Laura bought the videotape that she watches in the movie.
That's very cool.
And you can find the listing for the videotape, and there is a comments section for the videotape, and you can see Laura's character has been posting questions on there for the seller that explain why she does some of the things in the movie.
Like what? Really? Like what things?
So there was a tie-in website produced for the film. It's called blackangeltapes.net, and it provides backstory as to where Laura received the Russian tape and learned instructions to resurrect her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the site appears as a Russian black market for snuff films and paranormal tapes and other related paraphernalia that only accepts Bitcoin. And the inventory includes a tape of a demon eating a woman in her bedroom, a POV tape of a serial killer, tapes from inside a haunted house, and the resurrection ritual tape that Laura possesses.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura's character in the comment section is named Pom Pom.
Oh, she's got a Pomeranian.
Oh, that must be why. Okay, good catch. The commenters deride her as a Karen Boomer normie that learned of the site by a live streaming tarot reader named Empress. I wonder if that character is going to come up in their next movie, by the way. Because they allude to how there's this big streamer that like teaches normies about the paranormal.
Okay.
That's
so kind of cool.
Yeah, right? So Laura receives advice from the seller of the video on how to handle the summoned presence, who she claims is going nuts and breaking out of her room with reinforced glass.
Mm-hmm.
And the seller tells her to make waning crescent movements anti-clockwise to calm the beast. And that's why she's always doing that on his forehead with her finger. And then when he goes berserk outside, she does it with blood over the window.
But it's clockwise, not anti-clockwise.
No, she does it anti-clockwise.
She doesn't do it counterclockwise at the last scene.
I have never heard the term anti-clockwise.
Whatever. Shut up.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the very end when she's like, okay, we're just going to do the ritual now. She does the whole thing in clockwise with her bloodied arm twice.
It is on the other side of the glass. So are you thinking?
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe he is seeing it counterclockwise. I don't fucking know. That's a good question. You got me there.
Michael Philippou revealed that they... but yeah, RackaRacka revealed that they considered a few different endings, including one where Kathy actually did end up in Piper's body. But a bigger, scarier finale that they planned was scrapped after their real-life friend Harley Wallace died.
Is that the in memoriam too?
Yep, he gets a credit at the end of the movie, a dedication. He's quoted as saying, "Death is really unfair and it's really sudden, and people don't get a resolution. Harley died at 23 and his story wasn't finished. So the film's ending goes against conventions a little bit, but it feels more true to life." Now, and I've alluded to this multiple times now, but RackaRacka have hinted that they intend to tie in their two existing films, Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, as they exist in the same universe. And the next film the duo is working on is a sequel to Talk to Me. And I really hope they change the title.
I doubt it.
The working title is literally still Talk
to Me.
The number 2, Me.
Yeah.
I hope that's just a working title, though. All right, guys.
I love this movie.
Me too.
That's part of the reason I recommended it.
No, I wanted him to watch it and us talk about it right after I saw this film.
Dude.
Like I was buzzing on this shit so hard.
on the Weapons episode, you can hear we talk about it, and I say I like this movie, but I didn't like it as much as Weapons, and we high-fived. I don't know if you can actually hear it in the background.
Yeah, we both were like Bring Her Back was better than Weapons. I still stand by that.
Oh yeah, for sure. How do you feel about that statement now that you've watched the movie?
Oh boy, this movie. Even talking about it, I'm so squeamish, and like honestly, that detracts from it for me because I was like freaked out watching that middle scene where Ollie eats the knife, and then the ending scene where he goes berserk.
Yeah.
It is a really good movie, though, and it does feel more cohesive maybe than Weapons. I want to watch both again, though, before I definitively say which one I like more.
Sure, yeah.
I do almost think Bring Her Back is a better movie, but I did really like Weapons.
It is a better movie. I hate to tell you this.
Don't leave Alex hanging here.
Oh, man. It is a better movie. It is so fucking devoid of joy, but you know what? That's what grief is.
Yeah.
And it has like the whole cavalcade of it. There is, I say it's devoid of joy. There is joy in the movie very briefly when they're all, trying to
when they get drunk
and celebrate the life of Andy and Piper's dad. But like it's a brief part of the overall narrative, and it's just like grief sticks with you, and how do you deal with it, and do you let it consume you like Laura and go to depraved solutions in order to assuage your grief, or do you acknowledge it and let it wash over you and try to continue going on? And it's just so fucking good, man. Like this movie is just so well thought out and so well directed, and like, me, man. I love it when people can get good acting out of unknown people. That's what I said about Talk to Me. I didn't know any of these people except for the friend's mom, the lady who's I want to say she's in Lord of the Rings. Getting great performances out of nobodies is a skill, and these guys have got it. Like they're such good directors. I can't wait to see anything that they make. They're very much like rising to the top. That's Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, and then these two guys. Like I like these guys more than Jordan Peele. I love Jordan Peele stuff.
Wow.
I do, but I don't know what it is.
You really like Jordan Peele a lot too.
Yeah, I do. Like, yeah, it's they're just so good.
Yeah.
They have an idea and they come from nothing. Like they like you said, they made some fucking weird ass YouTube videos and shit.
Yeah.
And if you seriously watch any of their YouTube shit and then go in to Talk to Me, you're going to have fucking whiplash. It's crazy. These guys are great. I love them.
Yeah.
I mean, Kojima agrees with me. They're in this fucking game.
I'm glad you brought that up. They are known as Mr. Impossible in Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
There you go.
A video game that I highly recommend to anyone listening. Please go check it out. It's on PlayStation 5. They are the most annoying NPCs in that game to appease.
I bet you they're I would say I bet you they're annoying in real life too, kind of.
Well, they're also annoying in the game a little bit. I don't know how much of that is their fault though. But I will say executing their side quests are worth it because they give you a really, really nice upgrade in game. It's not going to make sense if you don't play the game though, so I won't explain it here.
You're good.
But they give you a PCC to level 2, which is like life-changing if you are building things in that game. But yeah, the fact that Kojima like flew them out to Japan and like scanned them and put them in that game, and they're clearly so hype about it. Like, it's so cool. Awesome. Yeah.
I love seeing him post pictures of them all hanging out. I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude.
He even, I think they brought him like a Talk to Me hand when they did that too.
They did. That's right. Yeah.
You
can see him sometimes posting pictures of stuff in his office, and it's right in the back. Yeah. That's some cool shit.
Oh, also on the blackangelnet, blackangeltapes.net website,
Can you buy the hand?
It's not for sale. It's listed as wanted.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Oh, fuck. Before we get to you, 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been so cool. I know it would never happen, but it would have been so cool if they somehow tied that website to Demon Lover.
Like a head hentai for sale?
Yeah. Because it was a Russian snuff.
We got to ask RackaRacka if they're fans of Demon Lover.
They are. No, they are. They have to be. They saw that fucking movie. All right. Sorry. Levity gone.
Alex?
So something that really connected with me with this movie, and I don't know about you guys, was the sibling stuff. Mm-hmm. my parents got divorced when I was 13, and, you know, it was me and my brother. It was a pretty, you know, chaotic time in our lives. And I used to not get along with my brother when I was younger. And, you know, but after that, all through our high school years, you know, I feel like we got really trauma bonded. So, but, you know, putting your faith into adults that kind of use that against you and gaslight you, and, you know, having people around. I had a member of my family that is a very unhinged person, and very manipulative. And me and my younger brother were around this person a lot. Mm-hmm. And so parts of this movie, aspects of it really resonated with me, that relationship with the siblings and that. And it was really difficult for me to watch in that regard, because there are a lot of things that I saw that were very similar. I think we kind of talked about it. I had a family member. I don't live in where my family is. And I went back for a family thing years ago. It's been almost 10 years since I lived in California. And this family member had spent more time around this person. And, you know, when I was a kid, I was very vocal about things that were happening and what was going on. And I felt like a lot of people didn't really believe me or understand the severity of it. So when I went back, I had a family member pull me aside, and they said, you know, now that I've been around that person, I wanted to apologize to you, because you're right. You know, you're completely right about their character and the things that they do and all this stuff. And I just kind of stood there and shook my head, because I felt like if I had been 16 and, you know, this conversation had happened, it would have been helpful. Yeah. You know, so, you know, this relationship between, you know, people that they may not even be an adult, you know, or, you know, but they're an adult figure in your life, and you put so much trust in them, and watching them use that against them, it really got me. Yeah. The scene with the chairs in particular, I felt like that was something that I was like, I don't know why, like, that fucked me up, but I could watch this kid eat his arm or something. It doesn't bug me. But, yeah, you know, I watched that, what was that movie? It's about the two brothers. They summon the dad, but the bottom half of the dad shows
Onward.
Up. Yeah, Onward.
Dude, Onward fucks my shit up every single time I watch that.
After he had watched that movie in tears and said, you got to watch this movie. Yeah. And I watch it. That movie fucked me up. Yeah. I don't know. Sibling stuff sometimes just clicks for me. My younger brother is like my best friend. You know, after Nicole, he's like right there. Yeah. He's been my ride or die for a long time, and he's put up with a lot of shit for me. So this is just kind of
for the listener, Will and Alex are holding hands now.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like that scene in the shower was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she finds the brother. I'm not even talking about the little robot. I'm getting teared up. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I feel like this movie, I part of me wants to give it a perfect score. I can't. I just feel like it's a little bit short of that, but fuck, the acting's so good, the story's so good. Like, it doesn't really have any fat on it. I feel like there's nothing that really drags.
It's only an hour and 49 minutes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, it's not that long.
I'm loving this thing that movies are getting shorter, more appropriate sized. I feel like when we were a kid, you'd go see a movie and you'd be like, fuck, I wanted to spend more time in that world. And now as adults, we're like 4 hours. Like, no, I'm good. Like,
dude, the movie we covered last week, like, my whole day revolved around watching this movie in theaters because it's so long. Yeah. Oh my God. But I loved it. But
that being said, I could spend 3 hours in Dune.
Dune, yeah. Well, Dune's a 6-hour movie technically. But it is nice when a movie is short, because it feels like it's really respecting you.
I think that there are some movies where it doesn't feel like it's that long, and the pace, like, I wonder if people are like, where it comes in that they feel like they have to make a movie longer so it drags. Yeah. Some of the Avengers movies, like, in some things, some of them really drag, especially that second Avengers movie.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron has some stuff in it that there's a lot of fat on that movie.
Oh yeah,
it's really
for
weird.
Sure.
I mean, people love to shit on the Russo brothers now that, you know, they've become so big and directed these big movies, but I
haven't made a single good movie since Endgame.
But I mean, like, if you go back and look at their community stuff, their stuff is like concise. They have a really they have a really good story tempo, I feel like.
Do you think like budget bloat and time bloat is creeping in and ruining their movies?
Yeah, I think that they're like, how about we, can we tell more story? They want to keep people in there long so they can expose you to more stuff. They want to give you more characters so you'll spend more money on different characters and, things like that. I feel like they really feel like they need to like, bloat stuff up a little bit. How long is Winter Soldier? Because I'm wondering if Winter Soldier is a little bit longer.
I will find out for you in just a minute. I will look it up. I'm already on IMDb.
Okay, well, I can tell you right now, the Electric State, which is their like mega.
Oh no, that thing.
Yeah, like a triple-digit millions-dollar movie that was on Netflix that fucking nobody saw. It has a 30 on Metacritic. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, which isn't terrible, but it's also not an hour and a half.
Winter Soldier is 2 hours 16.
One movie I'll say, like, I love King of the Monsters.
Hell yeah.
I'm a Godzilla stan. You guys know this. I'm a hardcore. I will watch the sloppiest, shittiest, slowest Godzilla movie. I will watch the Mothra movie. Like, I'll sit through anything. Like
the one with Batra in it fucking rules though.
No, I'm talking about no Godzilla, just fucking
just
Mothra, just like the old '60s weird
I know
shit.
which one you're talking about.
I will sit through any of that.
The little
stuff.
twins.
That movie. My problem, I like King of the Monsters, but I feel like the visuals in that movie are so hard to see. There's so much stuff that obscures it. I feel like King of the Monsters is got everything that I want to see, but I have issues with that movie. Godzilla vs. Kong, they respected my time. They showed me everything I wanted to see. It happened. I didn't give a fuck about the human characters. They never really matter. The movie looked beautiful. It respected me. It's like 80 minutes, and it does everything that I wanted it to do. I love that movie. I feel like it's the perfect of the legendary movies. That does not mean that I think it's a good Godzilla movie.
King of the Monsters is the best one.
King of the Monsters is great. It's got everyone in it. I wish I could see all of them, though. Like, everyone's obscured by particle effects. Like, when it's like Godzilla and Ghidorah come together and I'm fully erect and I'm like, it's happening, and then they hit and then just like a cloud over it and I'm like, okay, cool, I guess I'm not gonna watch these guys fight.
I think I like that about it because it makes it feel scarier and more epic, maybe. You know what I mean? Whereas in the versus Kong and so on movies, I am seeing too much of them and I'm like, okay, well now the majesty is gone.
This goes back to what we were talking about with like nudity in movies, what we were talking about. Like,
yeah, I just want a hint of titties, not the full bush kind of thing.
The show was too much now. Pull it back. So we give us the nudity, but tease it out.
I think the reason why I didn't like Godzilla vs. King Kong was because of how they handled Mechagodzilla. And they used the skull of Ghidorah, which is like such a bummer because we'll never get Mecha Ghidorah. Ghidorah's never going to come back, and I fucking loved Ghidorah from the. I mean, we could.
Think about it being a mechanized but the skull head. Something could happen.
I hope, but it's destroyed. Cool. If I'm not mistaken, right? Doesn't it get destroyed?
They'll come up with some contrived.
Yeah,
they could do it.
I'm sure, well, they're moving to Gamera and Space Godzilla, and I guess I'm fine with that, but.
I want to know where the fuck Jet Jaguar is. Like the really weird, obscure shit.
Yeah. If only, right?
Okay. Alex, you're our guest. I'll start with you. How many stars would you give Bring Her Back?
Oh, man. I'm just gonna say 5 stars. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
I can't. I mean, I don't feel like it's a perfect movie. I feel like there's a little bit in there, but fuck, this movie's so good. Yeah.
All right, 5 stars from Alex. Will, how about you?
This is my favorite movie of the year.
Damn.
Yeah, it's 5 stars. 100%.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I love this fucking movie so much. If we were able to also this is a yes as far
to
as
the debaser label. Yeah.
If we were to make a copy of this, I would do something with like the shower or rain, or even like the there's a part in this movie where it's raining but there's a circle in the window, something like that, something that evokes
what about like a pool flute, something pool related, like a floaty or something.
Oh yeah, you get a little floaty so you don't drown. That's very good. Maybe have like Did
the box is a little mini freezer, like that
That's
you
not a
open
bad
up
idea.
with a disc
like
in
a
it and
chest
stuff.
freezer,
and then
yeah.
it's got the other items inside. Yeah, it's a little freezer chest.
That's not a bad idea.
For me,
Yes.
for the disc,
Yeah.
right? It has to be Kathy's body, right? But the center of the disc where the hole is that you put your finger
Is
in
the
is
eye.
Kathy's eye.
That's gross. Did either of you guys listen to Armor for Sleep?
No.
Armor for Sleep?
No. Okay. Well, so they had an album called "What to Do When You're Dead," and it came with a booklet of like what do you do when you're dead. It's a little like guide to the afterlife and whatnot. And I think it would be really neat to have like the blackangel.net instructions inside the DVD box or the Blu-ray box and whatnot. You could do all sorts of neat things like that. I'd love to have obviously a commentary track from the directors. I would love to hear like their inspirations. I you know what's funny, the second review, I believe you stated the person was like, I don't want to know
what happened to them in real life.
To cause all of their movies to be so grief. I do want to know. I do want to know where that comes from. It's the same thing with like Ari Aster, where like there's clearly he doesn't have to say it. You can clearly tell that he had a very controlling mother, and it's his childhood has given him anxiety, and that's just the world that he lives in. I would really like to know what is going on in the minds of these two guys that causes the inspiration for their films, because God damn it, I fucking love everything they do. I will be a day one in the theater anytime they make a new movie. Like I fucking love these dudes. They're so fucking good. Yeah.
Do you think they'll do a sequel to this movie? Bring her back again?
If only.
I don't know. I think
hope not.
Laura's character is done because I think she goes full circle.
Yeah, but the website's not.
Yeah, the website.
That's true. But I think the website is going to tie into their
Talk to me,
universe,
yeah.
and it's like more objects are going to come from this website. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because honestly, I was looking at the other things that they're selling on the website, and I'm like, oh, is this going to be the premise of like the next movie? You know, like is this tape of like a demon eating this woman, or there's like a forest where a man gets visited by a spirit kind of thing? And I'm like, oh, is this it? Is this it? You know, it's like this weird shit like that.
I wonder if they've gotten inspiration from VHS. Because the way that you describe
the website, it literally feels like, oh, this is something there's like a VHS movie about this. The series for the listener, it's called V/H/S. There's what, 5 of them?
There's a new one that
there's a new one coming out.
It's already out.
There's more than 5 of them.
Yeah,
now.
it came out
now
last
they're doing
week.
Like themed ones.
Yeah.
It's getting
started out
really
as
good
an
reviews,
anthology
though.
series about these guys that break into a house and they find all these VHS tapes.
Well, that's the
They
premise of
start
the first
playing
one.
Yeah.
But
it changes.
I said
each of them are
it started
different.
out as an anthology, but now
Yeah.
I think they're like themed ones. So it's like there's one in the 80s or something
Yes,
they're doing now.
that was the last one that came out. Was the one with the 80s. It had Ratma. Fucking hail Ratma.
Ratma.
I love Ratma.
VHS 1 and 2 are incredible. 2 in particular has, I know, our favorite segment in it. It's by the guy that did the Raid movies.
Yes.
I forget his name. I always forget his name. But like, you'll know it when you see it. You'll be like, oh, the one about the cult? Yeah, that one fucking rules.
There's also a meme that everywhere, and it's a segment from it. You'll see a girl who looks really gross, and she's going, "I like you.
I like you." I had a friend who kind of looked like that girl, and did not appreciate me letting her know that. She brought it up one time, and I was like,
friend.
"Oh, sorry." Well, yeah, it's a long story. I'll tell you after the pod. It's not related to that, luckily, but it's a different thing.
There was another time you told her what she looked like, and that was the final straw. So what did you think of the movie,
Yeah,
Jared? Let's hear your rating.
Thank
and would you put it on the
circling
label?
back. I would give it 4 stars.
Okay.
I liked it, but I was a little too squeamish for some of it.
That's understandable. It's fine.
And I would put it on the label because I'm pretty sure, we maybe weren't doing this when we did Talk to Me, but I would definitely put Talk to Me on the label.
Oh,
also.
yeah. 100%. Well, we did discuss having a sit down, go through all the movies that we've watched previously before we started doing this thing. And
that would be a good
would this be
recap
or not?
or something for the Patreon one day.
Yeah.
But I would absolutely love to put this on the label. I think it totally fits our profile. I want to do the disc where the middle of the disc is Kathy's hole in her eye. We got to do commentary track with RackaRacka. Like,
yes,
good Lord, you can't not do that. Sally Hawkins, I think, would have a lot of great stuff to say about her character and stuff
how she got into the mindset, like where did she pull from,
and like maybe background that like isn't in the film, but like that she used for her character.
Like,
you know,
did working on what was the
Fucking
Guillermo
a
del
fish.
Toro? Yeah.
Yeah.
Prepare her for being in the water for this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Water plays a big part in a lot of her movies, if you think about it, because also
Is she
in
in
Paddington,
Lady in the Water? The M. Night Shyamalan movie? Is that her?
No, she's
I
not.
What if?
But
What if?
that would be actually really funny if it was.
Crazy.
but Paddington also has a lot of water. Paddington
Paddington's great.
has a famous bathtub scene where he floods the house.
If I've been saying, I don't know, they're supposed to put Paddington in the new Universal Park. And
really?
I've said that I will drop everything I'm doing. I'll take a pay cut to go work on Paddington. I fucking love the Paddington movies.
Yeah.
If you have not seen them, check them out. I highly
Even
recommend
the
them.
third one, it's not bad. I had a good time watching it
So
with my daughter.
endearing. Fucking great movies.
Well, Paddington 2 is like one of the best family films ever made. Like it has a 99% of Rotten Tomatoes for a reason. Fuck you, Armin White, by the way.
Sally Hawkins gets crushed while in Antarctica, and snow is made out of water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she gets
and King of
smashed
the
from
Monsters.
Ghidorah.
Yeah, Ghidorah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the scientist that's there, like, monitoring it.
It's all right. Good Lord. What a pull.
That's what I do, baby.
I don't remember anything
This
about
is why
that.
I listen.
Oh, I watched-
Will's Deep Cuts. I
watch
fucking
King of
love
Monsters all the time. My son loves it.
I need to get my case out.
We listen to the soundtrack all the fucking time. He'll be like, "Dad, I want to hear Godzilla." Put on Godzilla. Dad, I want to hear Mothra. All right, put on Mothra.
Hell yeah.
I listened to the Tron Legacy soundtrack again recently.
Oh,
That
what a
soundtrack is so
fucking soundtrack!
fucking
Yeah.
So good.
That oh my god! I when I lived in India, I used to listen to that soundtrack all the time.
Yeah.
When I worked at Geico, that was the only thing I listened to. That was the only thing that kept me from killing myself. But like there
It's
was
a lot to put on Daft Punk.
I know.
You'd
right?
open up a spreadsheet and go, the grid.
Well, did you listen to the remix version where they had like a bunch of other famous DJs?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like,
that one's really good too.
The Grid
Great
is so
album.
fucking good. And then I don't think it was Game Over, but whatever plays.
Dead Mouse did a remix for
Yeah,
that.
Dead
album,
Mouse did
right?
one. Noise Boys, Comtrues. Yeah, it was some good shit.
Oh, I love Comtrues.
Yeah, those are good.
I know that one.
The Comtrues track on that album is fucking awesome.
Nice.
It is so good.
Yeah.
So we're in the Golden Plate Club. It sounds like we're for the first time, right?
Yeah, because is that
and
four
Will and I
enough?
are in
What'd
the
you say?
hand holding club on
Yeah.
this movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. These are Doughboys
Oh, yeah.
references, Will. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I'm used to it by now.
Well, speaking of Doughboys, I've got another treat, and it's time to
Hell
decide.
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is it snack or what?
I didn't think I was gonna get a second one. Holy shit! We're recording both of these on the same day. What
This
is this? Oh,
is
it's Pocky! Oh,
Cookies
dude,
and
I've had this.
cream,
Fuck yes.
Pocky.
I've already had this.
I snuck this in the room before you guys noticed earlier.
A little ninja. Dude.
I was trying to do it when
He
you
like
were
knows
talking.
that I'm dying, and he's still like,
Well, you don't have to eat the whole thing, but I do believe
You
the
can just
pack
give it
is
to me.
80 calories, so I don't think it's that bad. So if listeners of misophonia, maybe in the podcast here, I apologize. We're going to be eating on mic. A lot of opening packages here that I will try to edit out, but it's more than likely going to get left in. Apologies. I've had enough of these. I'm just going to eat the one.
I've had enough of it.
I've had a lot lot of these.
My kid had these for the first time the other day.
Pocky in general?
No, this.
Or cookies and cream Pocky?
Yeah.
What did he think?
He loved it. These are delicious. I love these.
That's a snack from a
Oh
child.
yeah. Sorry for ruining.
I almost said his name, but I was like, oh, wait, I don't want to dox your kid.
Wait, you guys haven't said your kids' names on the podcast?
I try not to.
Try not to.
Yeah, I try not to.
You
just
did
because
say
it's-
your spouse's names.
Oh, yeah, and my
spouse's
wife
been on
is
the
a
podcast.
frequent guest on the pod, so
Yeah.
it's
I still need to
different.
get Haley on here.
Well, as for the Pocky,
Oh, it's a snack.
you get a
This is good,
snack
right?
from Alex.
Have you had these?
I've had these before.
The cookies and cream
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah, these aren't as rare. I feel like you see these at the grocery store.
So, the first time I went to Japan, I bought 2 boxes of green tea matcha
Oh,
Pocky,
fuck,
Oh.
yeah.
and they were gone before we landed in
Yeah.
the States, dude.
I
was
can't keep
munching.
Pocky. It's
Those-
bad.
Green tea, matcha green tea, Kit Kats are really good too. Some of those
Oh,
Kit Kat
Alex,
flavors from Japan.
Dude, I bought 3 fucking bags the first time I went, and I went through 1 bag on the plane, and I had to stop myself because we were handing them out to a bunch of people. But goddamn,
I think we got one of those. Yeah.
yes, you did. We got sake flavored ones last time.
Whoa.
We went.
How
It
was
was
that?
sake. Oh my god, it was great. Haley didn't care for them, but I really liked them. They were
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, we got sake, grape. I want to say plum. They had plum ones, and they were
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good too. Yeah, they're good, and it was
Yeah.
all at the Narita airport.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Narita.
It was a good. It's a good
It's
airport.
a good airport. It is.
Yeah, let's say they've got a Pokemon Center.
Oh,
there.
wow.
They've got
Shit.
a really good ramen bar there. There's a
I-
Uniqlo in there.
I'd highly recommend if you go to Japan to fly into Narita instead of Tokyo. It's less busy. I think
Fuck
it's
yeah.
like a 30-40 minute train ride from Narita into Tokyo.
Oh my god!
To get to Shinjuku.
That's like going to New Jersey to visit New York City. Like you're going to save so much money.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
It was an hour and 12 minute for us. It was for us getting to Narita, but we were in Ierasu, which is closer than Shinjuku, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was there 12 years ago, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to me how I feel like living in Orlando, everything is 30 minutes away. Like, shit in the city is 30 minutes away, but then, like, driving here to Lakeland, it's about, like, 30-40 minutes. Everything is at...
The distance is way longer, but the traffic is better, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, unless you get around Disney. But it's like, if I'm going downtown to get somewhere, it may take me about 20 to 30 to 40 minutes around it.
I was going to say, there's days where coming here from your house would probably take an hour and a half, too. Yeah.
Last night, I went to the goth market with someone, and I didn't expect... I've never been to Camping World. Got to Camping World in about 30 minutes. It took me about an hour to find parking. The parking lot filled while I was there.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be free parking. I paid $10. I had some guy like direct me. I went there and it was just his house. And he was like, yeah, it's $10 cash. I was like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yep.
I had a lady of the working person step out and try to... I was like, is this parking? No. You want something different. I'm good.
A member of the oldest profession, let's say.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. I've never been to Camping World. I know that part of town is pretty known for specific things. I think H Mart is near there now, the big H Mart that everyone's excited about.
Dude, I saw a video of opening day at H Mart there in Orlando, and good God, you couldn't pay me enough money to be there. It was slammed.
We're going to go get these Pocky flavors now that we're addicted to. So.
Yeah. Oh, I will say, I won't name the store where I got the Koalas March because I don't like it, and I will never visit it again because I got ripped off there, and I won't talk about it then. It starts. It rhymes with sprocket jizz.
Go on Yelp, look up sprocket jizz ratings. You'll know, Jared.
But I will say Five Below is where I went later and found all the same snacks for like half of what they were at the other store.
Yeah.
And that's where this Pocky came from because I contemplated getting it at the other place, but it was a little expensive. And then when I found it at Five Below, they were like $2.50 for a box.
Do you want some levity for the end of this episode?
That's why I brought out the snack. But yeah, please. What else?
I shit my pants in a Five Below.
I'm so sorry, Will.
It wasn't on purpose, but the act...
I assumed.
But the act to get there was on purpose. And let me eliminate you.
Were you trying to...
Yes, I was. You've seen the videos, haven't you? The guy, right?
No, is there video of you doing it?
No. I went to go get cat food at the pet store.
You were eating cat food, and that's why you shit yourself.
And I was with my son, and we went to Five Below because I was like, let's find, let's go look and see if there's
great place to take a kid, dude.
What is Five Below?
It is like a discount store for like toys and candy is the easiest way to put it. Okay. It's like a Big Lots that's just about toys and candy for the most part.
Basically. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna have a ball in there.
But anyway, so we're walking around there, and I start chuckling to myself like because I've been getting videos of a dude going to Five Below and farting until the cops are called.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and so like,
all right, can you send this to me?
No, yeah, absolutely. And it cracked me up. So like, I got like a monster or whatever, and right before I walked out, I was like, I'm gonna fart Five Below, and I fucking rip ass, and I feel like a little bit of liquid comes out. Oh, I'm like, oh no, abort. And I drove home 30 fucking minutes with fucking liquid shit.
Were you doing the thing where you're like this in the car seat, you're like lifting out?
I could not get home fast enough. And when I finally got home and I got my kids settled, I went to go take a shit, obviously. And I like looked and I was like, God damn it. So I had to take a shower afterwards. It was bad, dude. It was real bad.
It's like that meme where it's a guy like lifting out of his seat in the car, and it's like when you have to poop so bad, and the closer you get to home, the worse it gets, and you can feel your ass connect to the toilet like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, man. It was so bad. Like, but here's the funny thing: is like, I told my Warhammer group, I told I was playing World of Warcraft at that time, one of the remakes and shit. So I told all of them,
classic or something.
Yeah, and I was like, it's so funny. Like,
I'm glad we can laugh about it. It wasn't like a disaster.
No.
Did I tell you guys I shit myself on a date?
No.
Wait, I think I know this story, actually. You may have told me when you were here the other day.
Yeah, that day. Maybe I told you that we were doing that.
Do you want to tell it on pod?
Yeah. We'll see if we'll keep it. But yeah. So what
text me later if you want me to cut it.
So what happened?
You don't have to say it.
Yeah, I'll cut it if you want.
But the way that I had to like maneuver this is really funny. I'm not seeing this person ever again, so it makes it even funnier. So met this person online. Conversation was good, except for they're one of those people that just doesn't know how to talk to people. Like you have to talk to them to like draw a conversation out, which I hate. Like, and so they were really into horror movies. I was too. We went and met at Atomic Horror, went and hung out, looked at some merch. I picked up a couple of things. Then we went to a Chinese place nearby, ate, and then we were like, oh, well, let's continue hanging out. They wanted to go see Eddington, and I wanted to go see, but we couldn't find a time nearby. But Fantastic Four was playing at the what's that mall that's like on its last leg that's over
Millennia
there? No, the Fashion Square Mall. The one that's like urban spelunking. It's so bad, it's like vacant. So we were over in that area, and the previous night I had gone to play Magic with my friends, and I wanted to go to Taco China. I went to Taco China, I placed my order, they lost my order, like lost the ticket. So instead of me being there for like 15, 20 minutes, I knew they were really busy, and lady was like, hey, if it may take a little bit. I was there for like an hour and 15 minutes before I walked up to the window, and the lady's like, I was wondering why you were just hanging out outside. I thought you had finished eating and you were just chilling. I was like, no. She ran out, comes back, she's like, they ran out of printer paper when I put your order in, so they didn't know. So she hooked me up with a bunch of more food, but it was late in the night.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I got the food back. I couldn't eat all of it. So the next day I ate some, but something just felt off. Yeah. So I eat. I'm on my way to the Fashion Square Mall, and same thing that happened to you. As I'm about to get out of the car, I get there before her. I'm about to get out of the car. I was like, oh, I got a little fart. And it was not a little fart.
Nope.
It was a lot of something else, and I immediately went into panic mode. I was like, okay, I got to get in here. I got to I got to go check. So I go to get over there, and the door's locked. It's not the actual entrance. I turn around and I start walking, and she parks her car next to me. Next to my car as I come up. So I just stop and I go, I'm so sorry. I have an emergency. I have to leave. And I don't tell her what it is or what's going on. And she just kind of smiles and everything. And she just kind of like nods and she's like, oh, okay. I get in the car. I can immediately feel this is a very hazardous situation. I'm just like sitting there. And my car is brand new too. So I'm like, am I doing damage to my car sitting here?
Oh no.
What's going on?
I should have put a towel down.
Yeah. So I race over to my house. I end up texting her, and I'm like, what if she smelled it that I had done? So I'm like panicking. So I end up kind of giving her a little white lie. I text her, and I just say, I stepped in dog shit when I was walking into the movie theater, and I panicked.
Oh, so to explain the smell, too. You can't just say I had a family emergency. Yeah.
So, and I said, I was so embarrassed about it that I left. And like, because it was like, close to that I shit my pants, but a notch below I felt like thing, where I was like, it would explain it, but also, so I told her that, and she was like, oh, no problem. And so we ended up going out again, and then I think she got mad. She like barely talked. And I know she's Jewish, and I was talking about the movie The Grudge, and I called it Jew-on, and she seemed to look really mad after that. Because that's what the name of the movie is.
Right, that's the Japanese title, to be clear.
And I never picked it up or noticed that might have been what made her mad until I went home and she texted me. She's like, I'm not interested in seeing. And then like a week later, it occurred to me. It occurred to me that I was like, oh, I was talking about that movie. Maybe she didn't know what I was talking about, heard this and thought I was using some anti-Semitic term. So then I was talking to my partner about it, and she was like, whatever you do not text message this person trying to explain the situation. Yeah. And I was like, that's what I needed to hear from someone else. I just got to live with someone thinking I'm pro-Israel for a while or something, or I don't know.
Or anti-Semitic.
Yeah, anti-Semitic. I don't know. No, you can cut this story, but I just thought Will would enjoy it. So at least you just shit yourself. Someone out there doesn't think you're anti-Semitic, so...
Lucky me.
That does feel like an episode of Seinfeld, like in modern day. Well, folks, as a gift to you, dear listener, for making it this far in the episode, please accept some unsolicited advice. Stop buying and wearing plastic clothing and textiles. Polyester, nylon, acrylic, fleece, spandex, velvet. These are all different terms for plastic composites. These things take generations to break down and are toxic to both animals and humans alike. A la microplastics.
Yeah.
That and clothing and textiles with synthetic materials tend to be of significantly lower quality than those made from natural fibers like 100% cotton. There are rare exceptions like swimwear and rain jackets and activewear. But when shopping for clothes, check the label and see if you're buying 100% cotton or a plastic pair of jeans.
Good to know.
That's
Microplastics are stored in the balls.
They are, and especially if you wear very tight stretched jeans made with polyester.
Did I tell you that I jizzed out a chainsaw the other day?
A chainsaw?
Yeah. From all the plastic.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Crazy.
Holy
a whole
shit.
one. Anyway,
your balls formed that?
Yeah, formed it.
Well, that's
No,
crazy.
I clenched and then relaxed. That's how I did like the fucking...
The jags.
Yeah, the jags.
I gotcha. That's fucking good, man.
Okay, I might cut this. I had a...
Oh, he just won too.
No, I had a manager once when I worked retail that I forget even what the conversation was. But it was like me and a buddy who were like 19 at the time, and our manager who was like in her early 40s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she just out of the blue volunteers that her husband came blood on her once.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And my buddy and I were horrified to hear this. Luckily, we're in the back room of the store we're working at. So like there weren't any like customers around, but we were just like, that was like 15 years ago. And I still remember that story. It's like traumatized me. And she said he went to the doctor, got checked out, and it was fine. It wasn't like he had, prostate cancer or anything. And I still am like, I never want to come blood. That's like a Cannibal Corpse song. Like I don't want to live that.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Folks, tell a friend about the show. If you have any questions, comments, you can email us at debaserpod@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to Debaser. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to us on your podcast app and follow us on social media by searching for @DebaserPod. Our guest today was Alex Megna. Alex, where can people find you? And do you have anything else to plug?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at MoltenHotMegna. I plugged, I think I plugged Epic Universe last time.
Yes, you did.
On. I would like to plug it again. It's a fantastic park. I hope you guys go and check it out. There's a lot of great movies coming out this next year. I hope, we're all here brought together by cinema, and you got to get out there and support seeing movies in the theater. It's just a different experience. I really hope that we don't see the end of movie theaters in our lifetime. That would be a bummer.
Or movies that aren't made by fucking AI shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, when I was at the goth market last night, I saw a lot of shirts with AI slop art on it, and was really fucking annoyed about it.
When I was at New York City Comic Con last year, same thing. I was like, this is disgusting. I hate this shit.
Man.
Yeah, it's really annoying, the stuff we're seeing. It's, talentless fucking products made by talentless fucking people, and it's a real big problem. And I hope you guys continue to support artists that make art, because we need that a lot, And I just wanted to plug the podcast and say thanks again, guys, for having me on.
It was a pleasure. My wonderful co-host is Will. Will, where can people find you? Do you got any plugs?
Pocket_infinity on Instagram. We'll switch --engage on Blue Sky --
You'll get it right.
Fucking shit on Blue Sky. When this comes out, it should be around the same time as the grand narrative of Warhammer 40k. It's the ending event for events that we throw. I will be dressed up in Warhammer cosplay, playing a character that I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's always a really good time. Very fun event to go to if you're in Atlanta or have ever been curious about what a big narrative event looks like. You should go. You should go see it.
All right.
Come say hi.
Hell yeah.
Tell me you listen to the podcast, and then I'll give you a big old hug.
And maybe you'll be open for commissions?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay,
we will see. We will see. I might need to take a fucking break and pay my own shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, for my co-host, Will Taylor, I'm Jared. Good night, everybody. Oh,
Jared.
What's up?
I would love to hear you talk a little bit about the podcasts that you've been on lately and plug them.
Fuck, that's a good question. Thank you, Alex, for the opportunity. I never give myself a place to plug. I am also on Reno Championship Wrestling. This is a scripted wrestling podcast that you can check out right now. The whole first season is already out. And then I'm also working on Spellbound and Gagged, which is a show by my friend Ellen Weatherford. It is a story about true oddities and weird things that happen, and she brings on experts to talk about them. I am not an expert, but I did get to do an episode with her recently about dark patterns in video games, and it might be out by the time you hear this, because it is supposed to come out in October. It was a really, really fun topic. But yeah, if you want to hear me talk about video games and like how they are manipulating you, you're going to have a great time. It really made me reevaluate like my relationship with games.
Is this mostly talking about the gotcha kind of systems that they have in place? Or is it more like
that too? Yeah.
Single story kind of things, like the psychology of how they get you?
Well, even single player games utilize a lot of these patterns now to keep you engaged and keep you playing.
Assassin's Creed has bits and pieces. Yeah. Space Marine actually has the same thing, honestly.
It's invaded everything, and I talk about this on there because it's just so pervasive.
This is the microtransaction, new skin kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that's part of it too. And I even go back to the original, the Horse Armor DLC for Oblivion. Yeah. Remember that?
I cannot wait for it to come out because I do want to listen to it.
Yeah, it's such a good time. I can't wait. Oh my God, I'm going to be texting everybody when it comes out. I'm like, listen, I'm on. But yeah, Alex, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to plug that.
Yeah. Welcome to my podcast. No, I'm excited about all of them, Jared. I've actually been hearing you talk about them, and I've been wanting to check them out. So please, thank you.
Hell yeah.
And thanks for having me on, guys. Especially being open-minded to watching the movies that I had recommended. Mm-hmm. I'm really glad you got to watch this, Jared. I'm really happy with
I'm glad I had the opportunity because, to be honest with you, I'm noticing I don't watch a lot of movies if they're not part of this podcast. And so it's really sad because
you have a young child, though. It's totally
understandable. I know, and I got a lot going on, and I have to prioritize my time. But like, it is nice to be able to I really want to see this movie. Well, it's going to be part of the podcast now.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Debaser, a film podcast, is hosted and produced by Will Taylor and Jared Rusk. The show is mixed and edited by Jared Rusk. The theme song is also by Jared Rusk. The cover art is by Dog Bites Back on Instagram. Special thanks to Haley and Courtney for their love and understanding. Check out debaserpod.com for links to all of our episodes and to find us on social media like Blue Sky, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for listening, and take care of each other.